I thought we were done. I thought we were done with Bendy in the Dark Revival, but no. I think I got an update here. Let's launch up the game. Yeah, let's launch the game. The game is being launched right now. Yeah. Alright, yep. Whoa. Okay. Alright, well, that's the warning in all kinds of different languages. Yeah, there's an archives. And just so you know, I did a live stream on this. If you didn't watch that, you can still watch it. But there is an archives. Where am I? Alright. The Archives. Welcome to the Archives. Bendy and the Dark Revival is filled with numerous characters that each had a critical role to play in the progression of the game. Where is that music coming from? That was just my phone. That's not the game. Here in the Archives, you'll learn a little bit about them in a close up. In an up close and personal way. Feel free to explore. Yep. Wilson cartoon. Wilson was a difficult character to balance. At first, the players are purposely led to believe he is a one-note character, obviously evil with an over-the-top villain personality. But as the story progresses, we see other sides of the character, and the player becomes muddled with who this man really is. In one draft, Wilson was written as a servant of Nathan Arch Jr., a separate character at the time. But the story made far more sense when the two characters became one, eliminating a lot of needless narrative complexity. Why do I got two Bendies over there? Audrey cartoon. Audrey is a kind-hearted rogue with courage, determination, some flaws, and a deep, dark past. To make our story work, we needed a newcomer to the cartoon studio world, and Audrey was the perfect fresh eyes to help the experience the adventure. From one day of production, we knew that if people didn't connect with Audrey by the end of the game itself wouldn't be successful. Fortunately, she turned out to be quite the memorable indeed, and stands out from the other members of the cast. The Ink Machine. Yes, okay, yep. Stolen by Joey Drew? Really? Artist's Rest. Oh, I can leave. But I just got here. The Ink Demon. Oh. As the world of Dark Revival became more complex and established, we realized the Ink Demon's design needed a complete rethink to match our new tone. Previous versions of his appearance looked obviously silly when placed in the world alongside the other characters. No amount of creepy music or screen effects could conceal how out of place he looked. The Ink Demon needed to look different than everything else in the world and show a natural progression of the Ink Demon's evolution as Wilson held the cycle in place. Beast Bendy, returning for the climax of Dark Revival. Beast Bendy also was revisited with the mindset of making him far more powerful and beast-like. Traditionally, in most horror games, they tend to build to a point where the main villain becomes a final form monster as a final boss. It's practically a trope. Our idea. What if you got to play as that final form instead? Yeah. You actually get to play as the Ink Demon at the end of the game. Joey Drew, memory, the man, the legend, memory, Creating this version of Joey Drew was both an exciting and daunting process. It was clear from the start that this Joey would be different from the one from the original Bendy and Ink Machine game. This was a man with all the guilt from past life, but without the experience to fully understand it. The real Joey Drew made many mistakes, but ultimately learned from them. This doesn't absolve him of his sins, but at the end of his life, he was able to help correct some of them and help fight the darkness he created. Betty, a faithful maid, among other things, to Wilson, Betty was an important character to the story of Dark Revival. As a failed experiment and some relatively new to the cartoon studio, she was able to give a somewhat different point of view on the state of the world. We have purposefully left it unclear if Betty wasn't on Wilson's plot to harvest Audrey, or if she is just a bystander behind her mask. There are still answers to be found. So what, there's gonna be like a new game? And these guys are the Cycle Breakers. Henry Stein, the original Cycle Breaker. Henry Stein is the ghost of a man who lost his purpose years ago, once filled with finding a way to escape the tortures of the Ink Demon and finding his way home to his wife. Henry's now left with the cold reality of being a recreation of the person he thought he was. Saved as a special surprise for fans of the Bendy and Ink Machine game, Henry was strictly omitted from all public discussion of the character during the entire production, which spanned several years. But Henry returned with a very satisfying face reveal. Allison, returning for another victory over the Ink Demon. Allison is always the voice of reason, a beacon of hope. Allison's design was carefully upgraded from the previous Bendy and the Ink Machine game to maintain her personality, but with more fidelity. The purpose of meeting Allison so early in the campaign was to introduce the player to a familiar face. After the main introduction at the start, Allison was able to serve as the motivating force for Audrey until the true plot kicked in later. Tom is Allison's silent protector and the only Boris clone involved in the main story. Where is Boris the Wolf? Rumor has it that during the events of the game, Boris is experiencing a dark survival story of his own. Let me know if you want me to play that one. Boris and the Dark Survival. Oh, good. This is the... Yep. Audrey, the knowing character of an animation pioneer. Audrey has blocked out the memory of her past after losing her father, but his role in her life was not over. A talented animator and artist, her skills landed her a job at Archgate. Was it fate that led her to reunite with Joey Drew's machine, the machine of her birth, or was it planned? Wilson, haunted by the impossible shadow of Nathan Arch, Wilson sought to achieve something that would make his father proud. By luck, he stumbled upon the Ink Machine and was able to become the cartoon world's new master. Holding the cycle in place, he continued his experiments that could not fully be realized until the Ink Demon was purged. However, unnaturally to end. From the Ink Demon has taken a toll on Wilson's physical being, slowly robbing him of his health. Oh, so you're telling me that, so this dude right here just took a toll on his mind, and that's what caused this whole thing in the first place. That's what you're telling me? The Little Devil Lounge. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's those guys again. Oh, and it's that weird thing again. Oh, what's her name? Yeah. Porter. I knew it started with a P. As the cycle was held in place, and with the influence of the Ink Demon held at bay, the cartoon world was able to grow and advance, creating such characters as Porter, a lost one who came to claim a new identity as an explorer. Porter was written with the knowledge that Dark Revival would feature a far more serious tone than the first game of Bendy and Ink Machine, and his light-hearted innocence would help the player feel some warmth in this inky world of sorrow. Wait a minute. I did not see this dude in the first game. Heidi. It is believed that Heidi has spent some time in the pit, a prison set up by Wilson and the Keepers. It is unclear why, but most likely she was able to access places she shouldn't have. The experience in the pit changed her, as it does many, reverting her to a childlike state, longing for happiness again. Yeah, but I did not see Porter in the first game. Oh, and of course there's you. What's over there? Oh yeah, it's that thing. Holy crap. Oh, yep. Yep. I remember you. And that weird thing, the ship-ahoy doodly thing. Yeah. Alright, we'll come back to all you after I read what your description says. The famous music composer of the studio, Sammy Lawrence, originally had a slightly larger role in the story of Dark Revival, but in a story already filled with so many characters, making them all play a meaningful part became a challenge. He was ultimately sidelined in favor of telling a more coherent storyline, although it is interesting to note that Sammy Lawrence appears to have mastered the flow ability in Bendy and Ink Machine long before Porter and Audrey could wield it. Oh, yep, and you like songs, I guess. Lord Amok, ruler of a sewer cult. Lord Amok illustrates how the world of the ink had continued to develop into different societies deep within the darkest place. He thought he was weak in a fight. His name was simply Never Die. Cool. Alright. What do you gotta say? Huh? Alice Angel, the self-appointed queen of the studio. Alice is one of the most memorable faces in the Bendy world. Forever lost in a tide of insanity, she is an absolute delight to write for as a character, an angel with many layers. Time will only tell if this inky temptress will ever reappear. You got that right. And then there's a weird King Widow. Weird spider widow looking thing. Ink widows have begun to infest where the light grows darkest. Their king, the biggest and most feared, will only emerge from his nest when its young are threatened. Yeah. What's wrong with your face, dude? And it's like you're half ship-ahoy doodly, half crazy, I guess. I don't know. The demented invention of Wilson, created to serve the dual purpose of dethroning the Ink Demon in the cartoon world, and also upstaging Joey Drew in the eyes of Wilson's father, Nathan Arch. Neither of these happened. Ship-ahoy Doodly is a mysterious sailor with his own eerie grin, similar to that of Bendy, along with his sidekick, Crackle the Crab. I never heard of that. It is unknown of what kind of cartoon adventures they would have had together. Who the heck is Crackle the Crab? And what the heck is this? Worker, or Steve has he become to be known, was originally created as a brute type enemy that would free roam the way lost ones do, but ultimately felt unnecessary, as the Ink Demon encountered already fulfilled the role of putting in the player on edge while exploring the previous traverse locations. In the end, Worker found a much better calling as an unlikely ally, effectively expanding him into more than just a typical enemy. Alright, yep. Let's hear what all you got to say. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Please, nothing attack me. I'm leaving now. Bye. Oh. I didn't realize you had a description. Bendy, the iconic imp, was redesigned for Dark Revival to stand out a bit from his traditional cartoon appearance. By giving him a suit of clothes, he posed some minor challenges, specifically creating a face that he sported, the classic Bendy eerie smile, but still managed to be heartwarming in the right conditions. He is a fan favorite, so his design had to be just right. During production, we originally envisioned Bendy to talk with a series of cute squeaks to contrast the dark, low voice of the Ink Demon, but this turned out to be very distracting, and the idea was scrapped to be pretty early on. Where's the music? Isn't there? There was music in the last archives. There's no pause? I can't pause. Usually it's escape. I can't pause. Alright, well, just so you know, there's no pause menu in the archives. Oh, yeah. Alright, I think this is the only one we haven't done. The Butcher Gang. Barley, Charlie, and Edgar, the three original members of the Butcher Gang, were formed from the ink machine deconstructed by Alice Angel for body parts, and bond together to stay alive with sneak attacks on their prey. In Dark Revival, we meet an artificial fourth member of the gang, Carly, the ghost girl. Although when you begin to examine her closely, Carly appears to be only a shell, with perhaps someone inside. Do all you have separate descriptions? No. 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 Alright, well, I thought all you had separate descriptions, and I forgot to... Yep. The Keepers. The Wilson's deadly guards and scientists. They aren't perfect, but the Keepers will get the job done, no matter the cost. They are responsible for oppressing the Ink Demon inside a smaller form, keeping his power sealed away until Audrey came along and unknowingly changed this situation. The Keepers were visually designed to reflect the dangers and evils of the ink machine itself, faceless, being made of gears and wires with no sense of morality, ordered around like cattle, the creation living without purpose. So, yeah, I think I read all of them. Didn't I? Pay here. So yeah, I think that's all their descriptions. Like, is that it? I just get to leave. It's a little side thing for the Bendy and the Dark Revival story or something. Oh, trash can search. There's a fish. Harold, too much dry air, not enough fish food. Alright, so I think there's are there little Easter eggs in here? Because I think I found one. Is that an Easter egg? That wasn't an Easter egg. I don't know what is. You know what? I'm counting it as an Easter egg. I don't care what you guys say. I'm counting it as one. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't really know. Actually, know what? Is that another one? Audrey's donut. No, you can't have it. Oh. I did not realize you had a description as well. Nathan Arch was everything Joey Drew wasn't. He worked hard, built up from nothing, and never compromised his integrity. Joey had big dreams, but Nathan accomplished his own dreams. He and his wife Tessa raised his son with as much love and care as he could despite Nathan's career pressures. Sadly, his son did not share Nathan's natural talent for business and enterprise. Do any of you have descriptions? You gotta have one. What about the cutout here? Who put this here? Probably you, game. Or maybe the developers, whoever made this place. The Little Devil Lounge. Yeah, with all these little devils. I'm looking for secrets. Alright, yep. Apparently that's it. Don't know what it means, but it does means. Yeah. Yeah, don't. Alright. Well, I think I've searched, well, oh. Yeah, I think I've searched just about everywhere. Wait, hold up. I'm nothing. I'm just... I'm but thin air, I guess. Yeah, exit. At least I didn't have to worry about being stumped that time. So anyways, that was Bendy and the Dark Revival, The Archives. And just so, you know what? No. Hold on, wait, let me switch it to the outro real quick. Hold on. Almost there. Alright. You know what? You get a little unlisted video for the Bendy and the Ink Machine Archives. Now this is an unlisted video that Halloweenston did. I don't know why. You know what? No. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna say, like, I don't know why Austin plays Roblox like these little clones of mine. Either that, or he's just trying to kill him because he has like empty beef with them. That means he's mad at them for no reason. Like, he's mad at Editor Stint for no reason. He tried chopping his head off. Like, the question has not been, oh my goodness. The question has not been answered. I don't know why, but he never told me why he has beef with Editor Stint. He didn't even do anything wrong. But yeah. You know what? Get me out of here. Yes, I am sure I want to quit. Get me out of here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. If you want to join the road to 500 subscribers, just subscribe. If you don't want to miss a video from me, subscribe and turn on notifications. The Discord server for ages 13 and above is in the description, and so is the Shorts channel. And keep an eye out when the movie starts. You don't want to miss it. So, and by the way, halfway through, we're going to do like a little quiz halfway through the movie. Well, not halfway through. The timestamps on there aren't going to be exact. So we're going to do like the first half of the movie. And then after that, Like, we're going to do the first half, and then after that we're going to do, like, a little quiz. And then after that we're going to do the rest of the movie, and then we're going to end the stream. Alright? And if you ever forget the schedule, just replay this part, and then, or we may as well just repeat the schedule for those of you who didn't watch this video that you're watching right now. We're just going to repeat the schedule in the movie. And y'all gotta remind me, because I'm very forgetful. I forget a lot of things. I commit memory loss and all that stuff. So, yeah, so thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye. Yeah, keep an eye out for the movie, alright?